notice that it's being recorded, and if you'd accept that, that'd be great. Maybe you don't get a notice, but I hope you do. All right, so this again, our homepage, Eccles Global Home. You can find this on the David Eccles School of Business website under, I think, programs. On the front page here, we have a list of upcoming info sessions. And today, as you can see, the topic is spring break. This is the one you registered for when you just clicked on the September 10th link. And as you go through the spring semester and into the finished up the fall semester into spring, you'll see all these different opportunities to join. Anything global related is certainly open for question and answer. You can just throw that in the Q&A link. That's probably the easiest place to go. And it can be answered by any of our panelists, which includes our Eccles Global ambassadors. So let me put this in the chat, our website, and there we go. Okay, so we're going to talk again specifically about our spring break experiences. We have two of them lined up, actually. Three of them, I'm sorry. Spring break, we're looking at 3 different locations, Dubai, Spain and Morocco, and Turkey and Greece. We're running this fall a trip to, actually it's changed to Paris and Berlin, and also to Dubai. So let me click on the Dubai 2021 for this fall break. It leaves, this will be the same format we use in the spring. This leaves on Friday before spring break, so I think it's 8th, I think, of October. And flies through Paris to Dubai. It's about 23 hours to get there. Actually, it's a little bit of a crazy ride, but we're all set to take, I think we have 34 or 5 students and 4 faculty ready to go, which is nice. I think we'll have a great experience there. Cesar Sanchez, the Associate Director of Eccles Global, will be leading that experience. And he is, let's just see if, sorry, I just need to look to see who we have. Yeah, okay, so he's not joining us. He's actually, I think he's stuck on an airplane at Gatwick Airport trying to get back to Nice. This is where he lives. He lives in Nice, France, and he is getting a PhD in entrepreneurship there and teaches Entrepreneurship 5777. So if you get a chance to look at that course in the future, he's done a great job with that and had a lot of fun. The reason why we're going to Dubai, I went to Dubai in July, and it's first time I've been there, and it's a kind of an amazing place. It's kind of a capitalistic Disneyland. It's just a city that grew out of the desert in the last 30, 40 years, and it's been amazing to watch its growth. There is a worldwide business expo there that was delayed from 2020 until now. It opens on October 1st, called Expo Dubai, and it's actually called Expo 2020. There is a live link that you can click on. It's actually in the spring or fall of 21. I don't have it live on the spring yet, but you can click on it, take a look around, see what's going to happen there. We have major sponsors that work with the U, like Pepsi Cola, Microsoft, Apple. They all have pavilions in the expo, and students will be given the opportunity to attend the expo anytime over a 3 to 4 day period. The tickets allow you to come and go as you please. We have a hotel lined up that is right there in the Marina District, right off of the light rail line. Light rail line takes you right into the investment park, which is where Expo 2020 is being held. We're being invited into the pavilions with some of these sponsors to actually be a part of what they're doing. And Cesar, being in France, he's working with the University of Côte d'Azur and the French education system, and they're going to have a pavilion there too. And they've invited us to come in and enjoy some French cuisine that they're bringing to Dubai. So the spring break experience will look just exactly like the fall break experience, except the dates will be a little different. We'll leave again on the Friday before fall break begins, and I can't remember which date that is, but let's see. Spring 22, spring break starts on the 4th. I believe Friday the 4th is when you depart. Applications are now open. The cost of the experience is $3,500, and it is all inclusive. Salt Lake City Airport, return you back to Salt Lake City Airport the next Sunday, so that you'll spend 8 days on the road basically in Dubai, and includes food, includes housing, includes all the events. There'll be the expo that will have full open ability to go see, and then there'll be a day where half a day at the Red Dune Desert Safari, and that's cool. And then Atlantis Aqua Venture Water Park, which if you Google that is really awesome. Again, if you go back to the 21 fall, these are live web links and you can click on them. I'm just going to get that fixed. But in July, I was there, I told you, and it was really hot. And I spent a half a day in the lazy river at the Atlantis Adventure Park, Aqua Adventure, and it was awesome. It was very nice. So sign up today is actually the deadline to sign up for the $3,500 fee. However, since we're late to this info session, I'm going to extend that until September 20th. So you have 10 days basically to decide. What you'll be asked to do is once you apply, you need to put a resume up. You need to put your passport up. The resume doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be the David Eccles Global business version. If you're an incoming freshman, you don't know how to do that yet. So just load up a resume, your best shot at it, and you'll be notified of your acceptance. And then you'll have a link sent to you for a $500 deposit. And once you get that link and you put money down, you're obligated for the experience. So be really careful that you understand exactly what you're getting into when you put a deposit down, because then it's non-refundable, and the entire cost of the experience will go on your CIS when tuition's due in January, less the $500 deposit. So it's pretty important to understand it. Limited to 40 students. I don't even know if we're going to have that much of a limit, because we got to 34 this fall, and I think that pretty much tapped us out. So it's going to be more like 34 to 36 students. Cesar Sanchez will be leading the experience, and again, he will have done this once, so I think it's going to be a really happening event. Now, you will also be enrolled in this course, BUS 5880, and it will be a 1 semester credit hour that goes onto your transcript, and there's really nothing you need to do to earn that credit except to, don't act out on the trip, right? And do the right things on the trip and make sure you live by policies and procedures of the University of Utah. Dubai does not require everybody to be vaccinated, but as you know, the University of Utah is requiring vaccinations now. And Eccles Global actually a month or so ago began requiring vaccinations. So make sure you have been vaccinated 14 days before departure, your last jab. If you have one of the 2 shot experiences, if you've got J&J, you're going to be 28 days, I think, before the experience. The other thing too is make sure you have a passport that has an expiration date that is 6 months beyond the return date. So if we're returning on the 13th of March, you need to have a passport that goes out to, will that be September 13th? I'd say October 1st of 2022. If your passport expires before then, I'd advise you to do a renewal immediately and put in for expedited. Right now they're running 12 to 16 weeks. There is one way to do it that's more expensive, and you can actually fly to Denver, LA, and get interviewed, but it's a hassle to do that. It's within 2 weeks of the trip. So get those passports in shape. And once you upload a passport, we can take a look at those dates and make sure they work. If you don't have a passport and you're expecting one, you can upload just a blank sheet of paper, just write on it, passport in process, expect by a certain date, scan it, and put it up into that link. Okay. So that's spring in Dubai, spring break. We also have 2 other experiences that we're going to offer. One is, the next one is Spain and Morocco. And what we try to do when we do a 2-country experience is we try to take 2 different cultures and compare and contrast. We do an academic visit, we do a cultural visit, and we try to do a company visit in both places. Sometimes that doesn't get done, but at least we're trying to experience the culture and bring an academic piece, like an economic overview or some kind of a university setting where we can spend a little time to discuss the different economy and how it varies, compared to where we're going or where we've been. So Spain and Morocco will be, I think, an amazing experience. We've had our summer experiences in Spain for many, many years. We haven't done a 1 week experience there though. And right now we have 3 days planned. So this would leave not on Friday, the 8th, but on, sorry, not the 8th, the Friday, the 4th. It would leave on Saturday, the 5th, and sometime midday, and connect into, I believe it's Madrid. We'd spend 3 days there. And then transition down to, I think it's Marrakesh in Morocco, and spend 3 days there and come out of Morocco and home. This trip is, so it's Madrid and Casablanca and then Marrakesh. It'd be awesome. This trip is a little less expensive. No, a little more expensive. $4,000 for the first 20 students. Again, today is the deadline, but I'm extending this also for 10 days. So this would be September 20th. We'll hold that price until then. All inclusive. We're limiting this though to 20 students. So we don't have, it's actually 30 students. We don't have quite as much space on this. This is being offered by World Strides, our partner in this kind of an experience. There'll be 2 faculty members that will join. We just don't know who those are at the moment. And it should be a lot of fun and very informative. Again, you'll get 1 credit hour, BUS 5880, and the application is open. So if any questions, I think if you go back to the home page, and we'll get into Turkey and Greece in a second. Go back to the home page. Down at the bottom, there should be a contact us. So feel free to fill that out. That comes to me, Buzz Welch. So if you want to go directly to me, here's my contact info. And please feel free to go direct, because on the contact part, I got to cut and paste. So it'd be great just to go direct. So let's go back to Spain and Morocco. Are there any questions anybody has? I don't see anything in the Q&A, so I think we're just going to keep going. Maybe pause for 2 seconds because I'm talking fast. That looks like a place in Morocco. That's cool. The Atlas Mountains. All right. So the next and final experience for spring break is Turkey and Greece. Now, I have been to Spain, I've been to Morocco, I've been to Turkey, and I've been to Greece, all within the last 3 years. And I can tell you that the US State Department has typically put all 4 countries at a level 3 or level 4 do not travel, and I don't know why. COVID obviously is doing its damage, but at the height of the Syrian war, spent a week in Turkey, and it was perfectly safe and wonderful, and would not hesitate to send my own child there, and certainly wouldn't hesitate to take students there. We have to get these trips approved through our senior vice presidents at the U, so if they have trouble with it, well, we wouldn't go, but right now they're on board. So what you're looking at in this picture is Santorini, Greece. We're not going to Santorini, but we are going to Athens, and we are going to Istanbul. And Istanbul is an amazing city. It is the 2nd highest touristed city behind Paris in the whole world. I don't think a lot of people know that, but it's incredibly safe. It's incredibly easy to get in and out of. They just opened a new airport. There's light rail that runs all throughout the city. And there's an old town where I've stayed and explored. And then there's a new town, which is very progressive and very European. And then we go to Greece. It says cruise to beautiful Greek islands. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to go, but I'll take a closer look and give you some more information later. Same kind of experience where you have 1 credit hour, the US 5880. This one is a little bit less expensive, $250. And I'll extend this to September 20th also. So basically, those are the 3 experiences that we have that we're going to offer for spring break. All inclusive. You show up at the airport, passport in hand, COVID vaccination card in hand, and we're ready to go. Now, prior to the experience, we have a Canvas page that we set up. And that Canvas page or Canvas course will be specific for spring break, and you'll be invited into that Canvas course, and you'll need to go through step-by-step policies and procedures for the U, a health disclosure, understanding the policies, the COVID procedures and protocols where we're going, and protocols for when we're coming back. The PCR tests or antigen tests to come back to the United States that currently is required, if it's still in place in the spring, will be part of the covered cost. Right now, Dubai, Spain may have changed after this week to require a vaccination, but Dubai does not. I'm sorry, PCR test. It doesn't require a PCR test, I believe. But the PCR test going outbound would be your cost. And the U is now doing free PCR tests in the Union, so shouldn't really cost anything at all. And that's awesome. That's pretty easy to do. Let's see, what else? That Canvas course then will take you through 4 or 5 weeks. So we'll actually open that up after January 1. And once you complete that, we do an online orientation with all 3 programs together, just to make you aware of what other issues are out there or what we face, and then we'll take off. Health and safety is the primary concern of Eccles Global, so we're really diligent about making sure that you understand exactly how to stay healthy and safe. And we're going to have, it'll all be guided, and there'll be lots of responsible parties there to help you. So I really think we're going to have a great experience. I think that's all for the spring break experiences. Does anybody have any questions or issues? Y'all good? Does anybody want to talk about anything else? We have summer semester coming up with our summer sessions. We have spring global information systems minor in Italy and Spain, and we have the global entrepreneurship minor in Costa Rica. Those applications are both open right now. Also in spring semester, we'll put up soon the Ghana experience in spring. We also have another class for Ghana coming up, which is awesome. And then summer sessions. I'm just going to click on this for fun to show you. So what we've done during the summer, oh, here's a chat question. Will there be a B Corps London semester in fall 22? Yes. So right now we have 7 students in London doing an IVC B Corps fundamentals class. So they're actually zooming in every day. The class is at 7:30 in the morning here, and it's 2:30 in the afternoon there. My hope and goal is that it's live in London, so that we figure out how to get instructors to be teaching in London. So yes, for sure, we will be doing this again. Typically in London, every fall, we've had 15 to 20 students, and the B Corps fundamentals class and the COVID experience have changed that up a little bit. So it's, it's still great, but students can't travel out of England right now. They're just in England. So it's a little bit different. But I was just over there last week, and everybody seems really happy and having a great time because London is open and the tube is open and places are open. And it's just amazing. All right, answer that question. Anybody else have another question? All right, I'm just going to show you, just pop them in there as you need to. Application for summer 22 is going to open in about a month. And this are the courses that are being proposed. What I do is I take the semester, divide the 12-week semester into 4 1-month, 3 1-month sessions, if you will. So you take one class in one session, and those classes are structured Monday through Thursday for 4 weeks. Friday through Sunday is your time to travel and study and do whatever else you want to do. And so the first session starts May 16th, ends on June 9th. These are the courses being offered. You can choose one of these. It's not, everybody needs to have B Corps 3100 marks institutions, even if it's a bridge course, but it's good for every major. Everybody needs to have IS 4410 as a bridge course, I believe. And then BUS 3800, and this says 3880, or they're both of them, doesn't matter the last 2 numbers, but basically 3800 business and social science is something you'll need to take at any major. So those are offered. And if you took one session, awesome. The cost is probably going to be about $4,500 to $4,800, depending on where we end up with our vendor that provides our support for one session. Then if you go 2 sessions, let's say you want to stay for 2, you can move into session 2. So you take, IS 4410 and marketing 4840 in Amsterdam. Pretty cool. 2 very different cities and 2 very different experiences. Andrew Thomas will be the professor of this one, and Chong O will be the professor of information systems. Elena is teaching Mark's institution. She's done that for years, and she's going to enjoy doing that again. So you can take any of these classes. So basically, there are 6 semester credit hours. The cost won't be 4,500 times 2. It'll be less. We'll actually be able to bring that down a little bit. I think it's going to be close to 7,500, probably something like that. And then for the 2 courses, and then session 3, if you decide to stay for that, you can do that too. B Corp 2030 framework. This is the stats part of the B Corp basics is being taught by Sue Sundar in London. That's a very popular course. I forgot to mention BUS 1051. So if you didn't get signed up this fall, if you're a business scholar, you can certainly take that in Florence, Italy in the summer. Jeff Nielsen is slated to teach that course. So that'll be awesome. And then also in the session 3, we have a BUS 3900 course in Amsterdam and business law, hugely popular class in Rome that has 40 students in it consistently that Jeff Nielsen teaches. And then this course, City as Text, I just want to plug that for a second. This is a global, it's an international curriculum that Martha Bradley, who just retired as the vice president over all undergraduate studies here at the U, still a professor, but she used to run the honors college, the dean. She is passionate about this, and she's going to do a City as Text in Paris. It counts as an elective for the honors college if you're an honors student. It also counts as BUS 3900, but not both. You have to choose one or the other. And then finally, the BUS 3800 Honors 4477 Public Health and Economic Development in Ghana. This is being offered in the fall, in the first session and the second and the third session. You could go to Ghana first session and fly into Europe for another session. You can go a session in Europe and go to Ghana. I'll facilitate all that with you on the air part. Or you can just go to Ghana, as your single experience, which is great. If you did all 3 sessions, the price is again not a full price. It's more, I think we're at a little less than 10,000 if you do all 3 together. So 9 semester credit hours includes housing and all that stuff. Transfers are on you, so you need to transfer from city to city, and that gives you an opportunity to travel actually a little bit. Here's a cool part. For those of you that are out-of-state residents, you are an in-state resident when you're on Eccles Global experience. So if you're out of state, you'd have to stay here for summer courses to get your time in the chair so that you can apply for residency in July. Let's go to Europe. The pricing is half of what you pay for tuition when you're, when you're paying non-resident tuition here. It includes housing, and I write a letter to the residency office that says you left a week before the program. So this would be the 9th of May, and you traveled and you did these classes and you returned in August. So you're viewed that entire 90-day period plus 2 weeks as being a Utah resident. And I write letters all day long to the residency office, and they love it. They say, yep, we give them credit. So you get residency when you're a sophomore. All right, I think that's pretty much all I have. I don't know if there are any more questions. I talked fast. So my ambassadors, do you think you have any questions? Are you okay? Thumbs up, thumbs down? You good? Okay. So this recording will be stopped now. And